Good morning. Welcome to our class today. Today I would like us to look at another subtopic under the introduction to cost accounting, which is characteristics, or can call it conditions of an effective cost accounting system. So we say the purpose of cost accounting is to ascertain the costs. That's the main purpose. So the purpose of cost accounting to be achieved. The purpose of cost accounting can be achieved only when an effective costing system is established. If you only establish an effective cost accounting or costing system, is when you can achieve the purpose of cost accounting. So a costing system is designed according to the requirements of an organization. A costing system is designed according to the requirements of a business enterprise. So a costing system should be simple, economical. It should be simple, economical, and practicable. So when you set up a cost accounting system, make sure it is very simple. It can be well understood by all the personnel in that department. It should not use a lot of money. So it should be economical and also practicable. It can be applicable. Okay, so the main conditions of an effective and successful costing system are as follows. 1, there must be a proper system of stores and stock control. There must be, when you say must, there's no option. So there must be a proper system of stores and stock control. There must be a proper system of stores and stock control. So when we say stores and proper stock control, it means when you are going to manufacture goods, you must understand where you are going to store the goods. So when you are going to understand how to store the goods, you are going to look at the stock levels which you are going to maintain in the store. Then stock control, we are going to look at the methods of varying material issues. So these are also the subtopics, the topics which I want to run as we continue. So in any organization, if you want the purpose of cost accounting to be achieved, you make sure that you have a proper system of stores where you can understand which level of materials you are going to store in that organization, the minimum. So when you say levels, we have the minimum level or stock level, the maximum stock level, the reorder level. So you must understand the 3 levels of stock. If the store is a small one, make sure you maintain the minimum stock, because if there is no minimum, the production or manufacturing will stop. So understand the size of the store which you have and how many goods you are supposed to keep in a store as the minimum and the maximum where you are not supposed to make orders, and when are you supposed to make orders. Then understand how you are going to calculate or how high you are going to value the materials, how you are going to give them the selling price. Then another condition, number 2, there must be cooperation and coordination among the staff members of the organization. There must be cooperation and coordination among the staff members. Of the organization. So make sure that you cooperate. If you are the staff members in that organization, make sure you cooperate. You read from the same page. Then you coordinate. You understand which duties you are supposed to do in that department, who is supposed to take a particular duty and responsibility, and to which level. That's what we mean when we say coordination, so that you can do your part, then you leave the other parts for the other staff members, for you to be in a cooperative manner. Number 3, the wages procedure must be proper and satisfactory. Wages procedure must be proper, and satisfactory. So the wages which you are going to pay your employees, you must understand how much you are supposed to pay a particular employee. Which method are you going to use when calculating wages? So we are going to learn on how you calculate or you determine the labor cost in the labor costing as a topic. So the labor cost will be charged to the respective jobs accurately. Make sure you charge the labor cost to the respective jobs accurately. Number 4, some standard printed forms will be used. Must be used for recording receipts, of materials and issues of materials, recording labor hours, and also wages calculation and the activities and wages calculations and the other activities of the organization. So when we say standard printed forms, we mean you must have a particular form which is used when you are receiving the goods or the materials from the supplier. You must use the only the form which has been printed for the organization to record the receipts. When you are issuing the materials to the other departments, you use another printed form for the organization to record. Meaning you should not record or you should not make records on any form apart from the standard printed form. Then you must understand when you are going to record the labor hours, because you want to calculate the wages for the laborers, make sure you use a standard printed form. When you are calculating the wages, the standard printed form should be the wages sheet. That's the payroll. So any other activity which is being carried in the organization, make sure you use the standard printed form. We have so many printed forms, but use the one which the organization has classified as standard form. Okay, another condition is the overheads must be recorded accurately. The overhead must be recorded accurately and must be charged to the respective production departments. So for example, if it is a production department which has incurred a particular overhead, like now the power and heating, it is for the production department. You cannot allocate a particular amount to the administrative or administration department, because in the administration department there's no production, there's no manufacturing which is being done there. So every overhead which has been incurred, it must be charged to the respective department. Okay. Then the cost department must be established. Make sure that you establish a costing department. Costing department must be established. So you should not combine the departments. Make sure you have a separate costing department apart from the other departments. Like now in accounting, we have various accountants. We have the financial accountant, we have the costing or the cost accountant, we have the management accountant, we have the auditor, we have the clerks. So you should not put them together. Make sure you have a separate department or a separate area where the costing is being done. That's why we say costing department must be established. Then make sure that the responsibilities and duties of a cost accountant are clearly defined. So you have the department, we have the costing department. Make sure you clearly define the duties and responsibilities of a cost accountant so that they cannot collide with the financial accountant. So, okay, in our notes I've given you the duties of the cost accountant. There are so many, but you can understand them in the notes. Then, even if you are not going to use the notes, the duties of a cost accountant are the same as the purpose of cost accounting. So, those purposes which we have discussed in our previous lesson, they are being done, or the functions are being done by the cost accountant. So they are similar. Another area or condition can say costing department, we have said it must be established, and the duties and responsibilities of a cost accountant must be clearly defined. Then after that, the cost accounts and financial accounts should be maintained in such a way that their results can be reconciled easily. Cost accounts and the financial accounts should be maintained in such a way that their results can be reconciled easily. So the information available from both sets of accounts should be correct and adequate. The information available from the two sets of accounts, that is the cost accounts and the financial accounts, should be correct. The first term should be correct and adequate enough. So they should not have any error. They should be devoid of errors. So the cost accounts meaning the accounts which you have recorded, you have come up with the accounts where you have recorded the records which you have made on the materials, labor and overheads. And also the financial accountant, as he or she gives out the funds to use when you are incurring the cost, he has to record. So as you incur the cost, you record. So the two sets of accounts should be reconciled so that you get the same figures. So make sure you record accurately. You should not give figures which you have not incurred. Give the correct figure which you have incurred, then record the same figure in the accounts, in the cost accounts. Then make sure you give enough information. Give an explanation on what you incurred, at what level, who did you pay, how much, and which overhead did you incur, because they are going to be reconciled with the financial accounts. The financial accounts are the financial statements. Right now they must look at the trading profit and loss account. You have incurred a cost. Those costs in the financial accounting, we call them expenses. So they are going to be recorded as expenses. They are going to be compared with the overheads in the cost statements. So make sure they are correct and you give enough information. So for you to have cost accounting department, you must know how you establish it. I've given you notes on how to establish that department, how you come up with that department, what you need to have in order to come up with an effective cost accounting department. Read them. If you have any question, ask through the forum, through the unit forum, or you can need any clarification. You can also visit us in the Philadelphia campus in town so that we can discuss more. So in our next lesson, we are going to look at another topic which we call the elements of cost and the cost statement. I wish you the best as we will continue interacting. Welcome next time. Feel free to contact me.